Oh, hey, welcome everybody to the Steve Cox after party. But Steve's machine was not working for him, so he decided to bail out on the after party, which is fine because he's got a young daughter and a wife. And I'm sure they're like, get off the computer, you douche. But anyway, so unfortunately, Steve isn't here in his own after party, but he'll make up for it once he gets that damn thing running properly, and he'll pop into an after party at some point, I'm sure. Anyway, so we do have, though, with us Stephen Cox.
No relation.
No relation. My brother from the other coast, Mr. Canadian Ollieman's with us. Our resident student, Dr. Ben, is also with us. Our very good friend and financial guru, New York Rangers Katsuka Fat One, is with us. Dr. Strange Cox is also with us. And hasn't been around for a while. Miss Sassy is with us, folks. Sassy back on the after party bandwagon thing.
Yeah.
Hey.
And send Madam Who one. I forgot. Send Madam Who one as well because she wished to be a part of this.
$10.
Yes, and I'm going to change my name to. Hang on here. Edit name. That's what I need, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm
Stephen the 604 Cox.
604 Cox.
Randy Cox. Randy
God.
Cox.
Can since we're here, can I show for you and me a little bit, Neil? Since
Of course.
so Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, this guy is gonna be on Medical Myths, so you all should be there. We're talking about GMOs, and it's gonna be great.
That's right.
And then Sunday, you can stop by and donate money to the John Ritter Foundation while I'm doing my fun charity drive.
Cool.
Oh, that's Sunday?
Cool.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Seems like just last year it was today.
Last year it was in September and in February, but I decided to do it on my 2-year anniversary this year.
Oh wow. Already been 2 years.
Patreon login attempt? Was that you, Maggie?
Yes.
It was
Did
me.
you get it?
I'm trying to hack your Patreon.
I haven't used it in a while. So it's like, no, you're a hacker. It's like, I don't know about that.
That's because it was me. I mean, I didn't mean to admit that on.
You know what? I have an app here, like a notepad, and I had all my passwords in there until it went squirrely on me and put all symbols and shit in there instead of the actual words I typed in there. So I have no idea what most of them are. I use the similar ones for most of them, so I just figure it out as I go. So then relist them. But and the funny thing is, I have a password to get in to see the other passwords, which is totally different than any of the other ones that I have. So good luck getting those ones because it's just random shit. And it's 15 characters long. So there's your one hint.
How many letters and how many numbers? How many special characters?
A whole bunch.
Hello.
I'm Adam
figure
Who.
that out.
Adam Who!
So
Hey guys,
You're right back.
look at my earrings. Do you like them?
Ooh.
sweet. I like it.
See,
Those are great.
tell
Yeah, I
me,
like 'em.
those tell me that you are a sinful heathen.
No.
And
According to my fiance's family, I'm a heathen. So there you go.
There you
Snap,
go. There you
crackle, pop, wake up call to the world.
go. Sassy, it doesn't matter if you're from a different Christian group, you're a heathen because you're not a true Christian.
Yeah. You know, like my fiance's family, they are like Trump supporting Bible thumper,
boy.
religious people.
Oh, boy.
And oh my God, like I just want to rip my hair out because you know what?
Don't do that.
Is your fiance like that?
I'm like I told one of his sisters, like I finally just came out to her. I'm like, you know what?
The fuck?
I don't hold majority of what the fuck you guys believe, and I, I'm tired of putting up this religious persona so that I wouldn't have to deal with judgment from you guys. But you know what? I'm gonna be myself. If you want to talk down to me and disrespect me, well, I will peacefully, and respectfully keep my distance, and you can go fuck yourself.
If they're treating you that way, you don't have to be respectful. But here's the thing. Your microphone is crackly as fuck, Sassy.
Hey, Sassy, does your fiance, are they the same way?
My fiance is not religious like they are.
Oh, okay.
And I will tell you this, they have, let's just say, my fiance has gone through a lot, and I mean a lot, growing up with his family due to being raised religious. And, it's sad. It very much is sad.
Yeah. Religious trauma. I'm familiar.
Yeah. And, it's just, he's having to now, try to, figure out, how to handle and to deal with his issues, with certain issues that wasn't even his fault to begin with because of the shit that they've put him through.
How long has he been out?
Time out. Sassy, is there anything you can do about your mic? You have to do something.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
On Amazon Prime, Sassy, I can't make.
I'll try to connect my Bluetooth earbud. I don't know how good that'll do, but
It can't be worse.
shut up.
Do you have an LED bulb near your computer? Because that can do it.
That's true.
Being smart.
Hold on a second.
I have LED balls. Does that count?
Yeah.
Only on Sundays.
Only when you want to raise and lower your garage door because it can interfere with your garage door remote.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, is this better?
No. It's just louder. Could be her internet connection, couldn't it be?
we have
no fucking clue.
Is your mic put in through a USB hub?
I'm just using my phone. I don't have anything plugged in.
Are you on the Wi-Fi at the house?
It's your
Yeah.
signal.
Maybe get off the
Randolph.
Wi-Fi because you don't have a good connection to the
Hello.
Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Try the tower. See if that's better.
Rub
Randolph.
for the magic.
Hello, Sassy.
You can talk, Nidos. You're in the chat. You don't have to actually do it from the side chat.
Hello.
You're right.
Now.
Hello, Sassy. It sounds like your microphone is in some water.
Crackling
like
attitude water.
Fucky's fuck phone.
She's like
Whoa.
in like a 40-gallon trash bag underneath the Marianas Trench.
Take your phone case off.
And throw your phone away.
Keep that case though. You're going to want it for your next phone.
Yeah, keep the case for a good phone.
off.
No. I think the phone case providers make the phone manufacturers change the dimensions of the new phones just enough that you have to buy a new case every frick
All right,
time.
I'm gonna have to skip out then because I do not have any better headphones.
Before you go,
or
I just
whatever.
want to
At
say
this
to
time, I'm
everybody.
using a fucking iPhone.
Before you go, I just want to
There's
say,
your
everybody,
problem.
welcome to Neil the 604 Atheists Fun with Audio After Party.
We're learning all
How
about
it goes.
technology today, everyone.
It's all because of Mikey. It's his fault.
Dropped packets.
Hey, your audio's
Clear
getting
your
better.
enemy.
So just insult Mikey the whole time, and that's what'll do it. That'll fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you suck.
Over.
So you guys know how like
Roger,
the last
Roger.
2 rotations I've had, the attendings have had some transphobic or conservative rant.
Mhm.
So this one is so refreshing. Granted, he keeps me like super late and he talks a lot, but this guy,
Nothing wrong with
his
that.
rants, he will go on rants about why it's so important to have religion and medicine separate and religion and government separate. I'm like, this guy's cool. Like I will take
You
these
like this
rants.
guy.
Yeah, no, this guy's
who are you
great.
talking about?
Too bad you can't put
My
them on video. though.
current attending
Noise.
who's precepting me on I'm on family medicine / addiction medicine right now, and this guy will like he's an old school kind of guy, but he's very progressive, and so he has these rants, but it's very refreshing because he's like people have no business like inserting their religion into other people's medicine, and so and I'm like I'm down with this. This guy can keep talking.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's religious. Like he's not like he says he believes in God. He doesn't adhere to like a specific organized religion. But like even he understands that like it's a thing for him and he doesn't have the right to enforce it on anybody else. And he encourages other people to like not have to deal with like his own religious bullshit.
I find these kind of attitudes are more common with Catholics. Is he Catholic?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
I was just curious.
Especially
Protestant self would
Jesuits, because
probably
Jesuit
do the
education
same.
is incredibly worldly. So if you go to like St. John's or Georgetown or Creighton or something like that, you barely get any religion put your way, even though they're Jesuit institutions.
Is Jesuit? Is that Protestant?
That's the Society of Jesus for Catholic Church.
Oh, okay.
They're very devout. Like the monk side is very devout, but the education side is almost completely secular.
Just got your message, Madam Who. I sent you a reply.
Okay, thanks.
I said no.
My son's out of his room.
No,
Gotta
you
go.
can't come to the stream.
Bye.
You gotta go? Oh. Dr.
I'm gonna
Strange
be here,
thought-
but I need to make food, so I'm gonna stand up for a minute.
Sure. That's okay.
Then we'll be right back with mac and cheese.
I wasn't gonna
Nope.
make mac and cheese, but I might now.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Yeah,
So-
that looks kind of funny there with no Steve in the Steve Cox after party.
Yeah, right. I knew a man named Randy Cox, and when he would go to England, they would ask him if that was his real name.
Yeah, you were saying that's why I decided to use the name Randy Cox.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
If you're new to the show, I'm
Even
not
knew that.
actually Randy Cox.
Oh, that's funny.
Actually, I'll put my name back to normal.
So Neil, do you have a dog in the cup fight?
Do I have a dog in the cup fight?
Since the Canucks are not in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know we're not. You don't have to rub it in.
Who's in the last match?
Well, definitely not Toronto. So
You
I'm
can't
gonna
spell
probably say-
leaves.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably say Montreal. I'll probably root for Montreal because they were like my dad's favorite team. So
Ah,
yeah, I doubt they'll go very far. I mean, Toronto's what, number 2 in the East, which blows me away. But everybody quiet.
yeah. Florida just won. New York won.
I'm not. I'm waiting for some conversation. Maybe I should make some.
I can Neil and I can talk about hockey as long as it's necessary.
Harry Cox, there's a good one. Uh-oh. What was
I have a
that?
friend with a
What?
field hockey club. That's not the same.
No, we don't. I mean, it is the Stanley Cup playoffs, so it's like the big, most important time of the year, of course. But we don't have to talk about hockey. That's okay.
Well, we can.
I have not been following the Stanley Cup this year yet.
Is your team, Ollie?
I don't follow NHL, dude. I'd rather watch the juniors, Canadian juniors play.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like 14 through 18-year-old league, or is that
16 to 20? I thought it was, but I'm
16
not
to 20?
100% sure. It's in that neck of the woods. It's all the just before they go to the NHL players.
I thought it was 16 to 18.
Maybe. It's in that neck of the woods. That's all I
is
know.
that kind of like a farm system then?
Not necessarily. They're the best of the junior Canadian teams, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does your high school, does Canadian high schools have sports teams like that, or is it done more like your hockey league then?
No, Canadian high schools have teams as well. Yep.
Okay.
So they all have hockey?
No, they didn't have hockey where I was. We played floor hockey, but that was totally different.
Oh, floor hockey. Interesting.
Yeah, you just run around with the orange ball rather than a puck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your ankles assassinated.
Yeah, you know what? I found this at work. It's a puck, but it's for floor hockey or street hockey. It's like a puck, but it's got little wheels all the way around it. So
that's floor hockey. Yeah, or street hockey, the rollerblading hockey. That's what they use on those.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Little clerks there for you, folks.
I definitely appreciated the hockey ball more than like the puck when you're playing street hockey, because with all like or like the yellow or whatever it was, because like all those little cracks in the fucking road, the fucking puck wouldn't go straight. It would just go and fucking shoot off into a random fucking direction. Get the ball out here. At least it'll roll over all the little bumps and shit. We ain't on no damn ice.
Did you ever play with an Indian rubber ball?
I don't even know what that is, man.
Yeah, what is that?
The hard rubber ball that they play lacrosse with is an Indian rubber ball.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I've played with one of those.
I used to play lacrosse a lot, so there was always Indian rubber balls kicking around, and we'd play street hockey with those. But those would go through car windows.
Yeah, those are deadly weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the cannonballs?
Yeah. You fire that fucking thing, and you're not coming back from it.
Put that in a potato gun.
Yeah, no. So, Mikey, I'll probably because I got to get up so early. You guys can carry on. I'll just probably bail around 8:30 somewhere in there.
Okay.
But you guys can carry on with. You can carry on without me. You don't need me. Nobody.
So
needs
your wayward son. You'll be.
carry on, my wayward son. Let me carry on. Yeah. That's enough. We're not doing it in sync, Mikey. So.
I know it's got a cool echo effect, right?
No.
Yeah.
It's like a nice delay.
No.
Cool echo effect. Yeah.
Lay your weary head to rest.
So
Don't
Mikey,
you cry no more.
So, Mikey, what artist have you discovered in the last week?
Rez
Picasso.
Rez is cool with me.
Rez?
Rezzed?
No, Rezz, I think.
What?
Let me double check.
No.
Swede.
On us too.
What?
Since I know we have talked about Mongolian metal, have you listened to Nine Treasures?
Yes, but not for a while.
I love them.
Yeah, they're good.
They're my favorite right now.
Really? I'm still a big Who guy.
The Who's good too, but I don't know. I because for me, a lot of it
Their
as
guitars
well.
are fucking mental, man. They're awesome.
Oh yeah, no, they're both. I think both bands have great guitar stuff.
Yeah.
But also, like, this is something weird for me about music, and I don't know if anyone else is the same way. I mean, number one, I'm I'm drawn to non-English music because I just do not like the English language. I do not like the way it sounds. Because like the way a language, the words sound, like matter to me, which is weird. But the way that the words like show, like the actual lyrics and the way the words sound to me in some of the Nine Treasures songs, I'm like, yes, that's it. It's something weird. Wow. I don't know if many other people experience it, but linguistically, certain sounds of a language are pleasing to my brain that aren't to other people's brains.
So when I was in France as an exchange student, I learned about the phenomenon where if you say a word too often, you start questioning your ability to say it correctly, or if it ever sounding correctly. It is the weirdest thing because, you know, through rote memorization is how you learn.
That sounds really stupid to me.
What's that?
Sounds
sounds really stupid to me.
Stupid?
Stupid, yeah, you know, stupid.
Stupid, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I mean, that's what drew me to Hindi, to learning Hindi in the first place, was the sound of the language. Like the way that when it's spoken, the way the words sound was pleasing to my brain. I released dopamine in response to the way those words sounded.
Dopamine.
Wow.
Dopamine's a weird thing, but like, I don't know. Certain languages sound nice to my brain and certain languages don't sound as nice to my brain. So
yeah, no, that's
it just
I get it.
I can't really explain it, but I'm sure there's some psychological phenomenon that is related to that.
I know what that's called.
It's Ben's linguistic ASMR.
No, I know what it's called. It's called linguistic racism. How dare you not know the white man's English?
The white man's English. Well, I think part of it's related to familiarity. Like, I think something that I've heard so much is not like, because English is something that I've heard for my entire life, whereas you add new sounds, it's different for my brain. And it's like, this is variety. This is a different thing. And I don't know, but
sexy in here.
But it's fun.
Languages.
I like poetry in different languages is so fun for my brain because it's that different sound and different cadence of the language itself. But I don't know. Maybe not a lot of people experience that.
I'm not that way with music, but I am definitely that way with other languages, and I just love hearing them. It makes me happy to hear someone with like a Scottish bro. Like that's like cool to me. Or if I'm like, oh wait, let me listen. Yep. That person is definitely speaking Tagalog. That person is definitely like.
Do you ever listen to? Yeah, no, I love that where you can pick out different languages among if you take languages of the same family,
right,
and then pick them out based on the way they sound. I love that shit. It's so fun.
Yeah,
there are some
languages are difficult, but.
Well, I have misophonia, right?
What?
And that's the hatred of some sounds, like the intent.
Stop, Swede.
Like,
jerk.
I will kill you.
I got in trouble all of my elementary school years because I hated the sound of eating.
Sweet's got a giant jar of pickles under his desk, like, aha! I've been waiting for this moment. Crunch, smacks.
Which is hilarious because for some people, the sound of eating actually calms them down, and for others, it makes them want to murder untold numbers of people.
I have to leave the area for everyone's safety. I have to leave the area.
Yeah, if my kids are not chewing with their mouth closed and quietly, I have to like get up from the table and leave.
I hate that too. I hate it.
Infanticide is still illegal.
It's still illegal.
Yeah, a friend of mine said that when he hears the sound of people chew, he wants to punch babies.
Yeah,
it's ouch.
That's kind of harsh.
Baby T-Rexes.
If I chewed with my mouth open, I would get a fork in the eye.
Yeah.
What's the expression? God forbid if I put my elbows on the table.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, my parents were
Rest in peace.
Yeah, but once I'd stopped living with my dad and I, you know, I grew up and obviously moved out. Every time we'd go out for breakfast or lunch or for dinner or something, after that, first thing I'd do is put my elbows on the table. There's nothing you can do about it now, douchebag.
Rip in peace.
Yep. Yep.
No, I learned the English language sucked when I learned the phrase. You know, it's funny how your lighter gets lighter until your lighter gets so light that it won't light.
Yeah.
English is dumb.
You're dumb.
You know, I've heard foreigners complain that if they don't put the right accent on the right syllable, we won't understand what they're talking about.
It's syllable, by the way.
Oh.
No, wait. It's every time you light your lighter gets lighter until it gets so light that it won't light. That's it. Yeah.
It's true. I have a Zippo. I know this for firsthand.
Yep.
Wait, is that right? Let's see.
Although the difference in weight is pretty negligible. All the plastic more than makes up for it.
Yeah, that's true.
My Zippo's not plastic.
Well, I happen to have a Bic in my hand. I have a Zippo over there on the shelf. Yeah, they're metal.
I'm sorry, you have your what in your hand?
Your what and your what?
Plastic lighter.
The way you said plastic reminded me of the book, the children's book, The Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh,
yeah.
I remember that book.
was that the first version of the Elf on the Shelf?
No. It's a children's book about a kid who has a magic cupboard where little plastic figurines come alive.
Oh.
Yes.
Yep.
And we learned all about sadness with that book with the World War I medic.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
When he put the figurine back in, turned it to plastic, and then turned it back, and it was just a pile of clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because when he got turned into a real person, he talked about hearing the sound of a shell incoming.
Oh.
Crazy. And this was a kid's movie.
Yeah, it's a book.
Book.
It was both.
Yeah, and then he got a whole bunch of U.S. Army like figurines, and then they trained the Indians and gave them their weapons.
Let's see.
And then it was a crazy book.
Antjer, I understand where you're coming from. Visualizations with different accents and languages. I get that. I get you.
I got that lighter in '87, a month after I got into the militia. And that's the crest for the Prince Edward Island Regiment that's on it.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
That was that was directed by Frank Oz.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
What was directed by Frank Oz?
Indian in the Cupboard.
Oh, the movie?
Yeah.
I never saw the movie.
I think I only saw the movie. Who's Boo Hoo Boone? Is that the cowboy?
I don't remember whether it was the cat.
so.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, the whole thing about a 9-year-old kid trying to make an Indian and a cowboy trying to not kill each other.
Come on, be friends.
And here we are, all 9 years old, going, I don't know what's going on.
Why won't he just do it? He seems
Challenge
like
the social norms. I love it.
It looks like he just wants to have fun. Don't you guys want to play? No? Snack time yet?
Damn it.
Antjer, I know I have that too, where letters and numbers have like everything has a color to me. That's just like then different numbers. Like number 1 for me is like a light red. Number 2 is blue. 3 is a green, and 4 is yellow. Like those are combinations that exist in my brain.
Yeah, that is something.
So my shirt is a 4 to you?
Yeah, it's synesthesia.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything has a color to me.
When I was young, things had colors, like the months of the years had colors. But I don't have that anymore.
Yeah, Ancher, my brain does the same thing. Mine does.
Oh yeah,
The,
well,
the
I
character
also have a
Rustin
brain.
Cole has that and has to stop driving. And what was that? True Detective 1.
Yeah, it's like I've had to adjust things in my brain with how I see things, because sometimes things in reality, like if I need to memorize something in reality, it might be associated with, like, the sign might be in a certain color, but my brain needs to switch it to the colors that my brain associates them with in order for it to make sense. So
yeah, Sabbath. Primus is awesome.
Oh, Aunt Jer says 2 is yellow. No, 2 is blue for me. 2 will always be blue for me. And it was funny because when I learned, like, when my brain thinks of, like, Democrats and Republicans, my brain conceptually reverses the color. So that it's really weird for me to have to reverse it when talking to people.
Huh.
Like, because Democrats blue and Republicans red, but my brain associates the words with different colors. It associates Democrat with being red, and just the way it's spelled. It's hard to explain.
No, you just
the
have
way
a
my brain works with this, but
you just have a pre-Southern strategy understanding of how the colors line up with the
no,
parties.
my brain just relies on different patterns to remember things, and I don't know the mechanism behind it, but my brain does it, and I guess Anger's brain also does it. But I don't know what significance that has or what it means for anything other than how I relate to the world. So.
All right.
But you know what? With my misophonia, I've been on Celexa, and I've noticed that it is it's an anti-anxiety drug, as you know, and it is lessened very significantly since I've started taking it. And also another data point is that the only time I would ever get high on pot was by eating it, and I always ate too much. I always had to do it to make sure I didn't like it, right? I don't like pot. But anyway, this one time I overdosed.
Bandcamp?
I got way too much, and I actually liked the sound. It was really interesting to me. I like the sound of people chewing and crunching. Well, I was like, wow.
That's how I can always tell I'm a little too high, is like any sound completely overloads my ears. Like I get overwhelmed like super easy. I'm like, all right, headphones off, music off, everything off. I will be on the couch in the dark with nothing interacting with me, just blankness for a second.
When I've overdosed on pot, I can't listen to any music other than like the most perfect music, like Anya or classical. Like, I love the Beatles. I cannot listen to the Beatles. They're off key. I mean, they're slightly out of tune or out of time or something. But and also I can see the music, and that's that. All right.
Yeah, I'm still fighting the good fight for this goddamn intro. Adobe is not easy to use.
God damn it!
I'm saying.
No, not you. My fucking minifigs aren't working out properly here.
You're a figgy min.
Which Adobe is not easy to use?
Okay, there. Holy.
No, I'm a little stoned. I smoked an awful lot of hash tonight.
Oh, I see.
My new order should be here tomorrow. I'm gonna have some shatter in my new order. That should be interesting.
I'm going
Right.
Oh yeah, Neil, I'm not gonna be here Saturday.
No?
Neil.
No, I'm going to St. Louis with the wife. We're gonna go to the zoo and the museum and go watch Doctor Strange and have a weekend with each other for the first time since our honeymoon in September.
Awesome. That's okay. That's all right, brother. You don't have to be here. You can, toss me aside for whatever.
Yeah, for your wife. You gotta tell me that stuff for your wife. How dare Yeah, and when you're done with her,
That's cool, man.
I'll be here. Should be fun.
Okay, this doesn't.
What are you doing, Neil?
Yeah, Neil.
I bought these little stands for the little minifigures collection, right? So I'm trying to put them on here.
I've got the burn your butthole ramen.
Oh my God.
No, I'm good.
Geez.
You can keep that.
Because I'm not working tomorrow. I'm just studying for boards tomorrow, so I can sit at home on my toilet.
I was about to say with the Neil's.
That's a hell of a plan to make.
What do you got a couple of ice water bottles in the freezer, and you're gonna need
I love the spicy ramen. Like, it tastes so good to me. But the problem is the next day it's not so great. So I have to plan this out so that I'm not working the next day. So I can make sure I'm not ruining everything.
It's a tangled web we weave, because I do enjoy the spicy ramen, but you do have to pay a price.
You do pay a price for it. This is true.
The delicious is not free.
Figure this out.
Oh no, there's one time last year, or no, yeah, it was last year. I
Are you sure?
I had eaten some of the spiciest of the spicy ramen, and I was like, this is fine. And then the thing was, like, I went to bed that night, and like I felt kind of nauseous, but only when I laid down. But it was like during COVID when everyone was panicking, and so I was like, well, some people have just nausea with COVID, and that's it. And so my brain starts freaking out. I'm like, no, like, you're only feeling this when you're laying down, and you ate spicy ramen. This is probably heartburn. This is likely heartburn. Like, calm down.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like, take an antacid. You'll be okay.
Freaking out.
Just freaking out about it.
I'm dying. And then
it's like, no, like, COVID will not make you only nauseous when you're laying down.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's a new COVID.
It's like, this is like, and I was in medical school too. Like, I was my second year of medical school. And that's the thing though, like, when you're in med school, you're just like primed to think the worst of whatever is happening. So like another time right after I got the COVID vaccine, I had a lymph node swell up like pretty bad. And it was in the supraclavicular area, which is usually associated with lymphoma.
Oh shit.
Normally, when you have an infection, that area doesn't swell, but it does if you're injected with mRNA in the arm, because the arm drains this way. So I was like, no, it's just the vaccine. Like, naturally, the flow is going to travel that way, and it would swell, and it's painful. Normally, cancer is not painful. Also, doesn't come that quickly. But of course, like, I'm trying to rationalize with myself, like, no, it's not lymphoma. But at the back of your mind, you're like, you get med student syndrome where you think the worst possible thing. You're like, this is lymphoma. Like, it's not lymphoma. You're okay. You got the vaccine like 2 days ago. You're fine.
Nope, I'm dying.
It's like WebMD with the WebMD syndrome. And
Yeah.
anything you put in, you're dying.
Oh, it's brain cancer.
I've got lupus.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so bad.
Well,
I had a question. This was such a poorly written question that I was angry about it, and you can tell it's a bad question when the majority of people get it wrong. Out of everyone that's used this practice test software, and it was like a 50-year-old woman who had a pretty textbook case that looked like Huntington's disease, which is, it's not common, but it's also of things that are on boards. It's something that you would probably consider pretty quickly. So they put this textbook presentation of Huntington's, and you all think, you plug in the answer like, okay, I think this is Huntington's, and then it's like, bitch, this is a prion disease. You're like, what the fuck? Like, why would you put something even more uncommon as the answer, like knowing that you put a very textbook Huntington's presentation? Like, sometimes they just hate you. Like, I got you, bitch. Like, no, this is a terrible question.
Just because you asked the question poorly does not mean you fooled me. It just means your question was bad.
Right, like you left out information. They had one with lupus the other day too. That was like, it was a very vague presentation, and I did not like the way. Like, there's some things that need to change about the way they teach medicine, and you can tell that some very out of touch boomers have written these questions, because this one was like, it was supposed to be, you're supposed to guess that this was lupus nephritis. All they give you is this presentation, this very vague, like they have a fever and muscle aches, and then they give you labs that show that the kidney's fucked up, and you got to, and it wants you to say what type of cell cast is shown, which would tell you what disease process is happening. And basically, their reasoning to get you to guess lupus was that she was black and of the right age group. And I was like, motherfucker, no. Do not write questions. Like, you should not ever, like, every question that relies on race being a crutch for diagnosis should be gone. You should not need to guess race to diagnose. You should put the clinical presentation. I should be able to know the clinical presentation based on the presentation, not based on their demographics. Unless, like, certain age things, sure, but race, no. Not a factor. I have a whole soapbox on that.
Even sickle
yeah. Even sickle cell. Sickle cell's based on geography. So it's based on regions of the Anopheles mosquito, which is primarily the Mediterranean. And so if you are a white person living in the Mediterranean, you are at risk for sickle cell. It's a regional thing. So and that was actually, that's something that comes up a lot, that is used as a racial crutch within medicine that needs to go away. And I've called this out, and people have gotten mad at me for saying, well, but this is about risk. Like, but no, because what you're doing here is you are then looking at a question and seeing their race and then prematurely diagnosing them with sickle cell because you related that as a pattern. And even if there is more of a risk, the risk of you misdiagnosing because you made a pattern, instead of working through the other differentials of what it could be, you could be missing something far worse than sickle cell. So I think it's lazy. I think it's absolutely lazy to rely on race as a diagnostic tool. And many of the ways that we use race in medicine are totally outdated and completely racist. Like in kidney disease, there's no evidence that kidney function is different among different people, different races. Why they say that is because back in the Civil War era, when they were writing medical textbooks, they wanted to justify reasons why Black people were inferior. And so they falsified studies and they kept data that proved their point. But race has nothing to do with your kidney function. It has nothing to do with your bone density.
It's the same thing with eyesight in the U.S. Army Air Corps in World War II. They tried to keep them away from flying planes because they tried to claim that their eyesight and their mental capacity was too low.
Right.
And it's funny because, like, if you look at the logic, it's so contradictory because on the one hand, you have these studies that are like, oh, well, Black people are obviously inferior to us white people because X, Y, Z. But then they'll turn it around.
Don't clip that.
Not clip that. But then they will flip it around and be like, oh, but actually,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
But actually, black people are superior in bone density and in pain reception because they were destined to do manual labor. So it's like, are they better or are they like you're contradicting yourselves in what you're trying to make them because you want them to fit a box for your benefit. And it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And it needs, and like the way spirometry was invented to test lung function.
What is spirometry?
It's how, like, and it's a legitimate diagnostic test where you blow into a tube and it tells you how much air you blew out within a minute and how much air you keep in your lungs. And that's fine. Like if you want to use that to, normally how you use it is to compare yourself to yourself. Right. Like how much air of the percentage of what you can hold can you breathe out during one minute.
I'm going to break in here for a second.
Yeah.
I just want to say good night to everybody. I'm taking off, guys.
Good night.
Oh,
have a good one.
Night, Ollie.
I threw mine away after my surgery because I hated the thing.
Oh, it's fine for like, because what you can use it for legitimately, like for asthma, it's really nice because you can test your limited expiration and then you give albuterol or an inhaler. They take it and then you compare their before the inhaler and after the inhaler. And if it improves with the inhaler, you know that you should probably prescribe it. So that's a legitimate use. But it was invented. I think Thomas Jefferson was actually a part of how this got invented. But some machines still have the racial criteria for what a black person's lung volume should be versus a white person's lung volume. And that's totally not at all a thing. Like our lung volumes are based more on your size. Like Swede and I would have different lung volumes because Swede is significantly taller than me.
Right.
Swede has more body mass than me. Like and even like if Mikey and I were to compare our lung volumes, I'm willing to bet Mikey's a lot taller than me because I'm really fucking tiny. So it's not a race thing. It's a body size difference.
Right.
But they took that value and they made it fit what they wanted and they made a racial criteria, which is totally illegitimate and should not be a thing.
I didn't want to poke holes in your theory there, but I actually swapped out both of my lungs for turbochargers. Oh man.
Oh, so yours would be superior anyway because you have the turbocharge.
I mean, at lower RPMs, I really slug, but once I get up there and the VTEC kicks in, and now the blowers are kicking off, yeah, we're good. Once I hit third gear, it's a wrap.
Yeah, but see, you have the whole turbo lag thing. I got superchargers that are just on.
Right, but then you lose. Ultimately, you lose horsepower, because it's got to pull the pulley. So, so what do you do? We should just
mine's chain driven.
we should just what's it called? What is it called? Twin charging, right? So you just do both.
Yep.
Do a 2-stage turbo and a supercharger. What could go wrong?
My favorite part about the whole thing of that with World War II is that my grandfather, who was racist as hell, except towards black people, because his bomber squadrons were escorted by you-know-who.
Oh, yeah.
So he thought they were cool because they saved their lives. But anyone else...
Right. Open season. All right. So every time I try to export this video, it's like super fucking tiny, and I don't know why. Or it's like cut off. I don't know why.
Well, it heard about me being a tiny human and was like, I got a match.
I don't know why it won't just...
It's like, I'm going to be Ben-sized. I'm going to be fun-sized.
Just do right. Just do right, you damn machine. Just do right.
You piece of crap.
Please.
All right, guys. I'm going to go. Have a good
Right.
time.
Bye, Madam Who.
Again. Bye-bye.
See you later.
When she logs off, we really need the TARDIS sound.
Yeah.
and it to just slowly dissipate.
You do.
That's a good idea, actually. Hang on here.
It tried to fuck.
Oh, I don't have the TARDIS background right now. Fuck. Oh,
Mikey, you're turning into a robot.
I am.
It's the turbocharge. It's the turbo.
Yeah, the turbo's spooling up. It was just exporting the thing, so it sounded weird.
Mikey needed to prove to me that he actually had the turbo. We did.
Hey, Mikey.
I'm convinced.
Yes.
Send Stephanie a link, please.
Will do.
I got rid of the robot sounding thing when I finally just got fed up and unplugged it from the USB hub and plugged it straight into the back of the computer. Like, no more.
I think. Nope, I'm still missing somebody. The fuck am I missing? Oh, Deadpool. Where'd you go, Deadpool?
Pause, damn it. Damn.
Also, public service announcement for all of you living in the United States. If anyone tells you they can sell you some Series I bonds, it's a scam because you have to buy those through the U.S. Treasury. And the reason it would be a scam is because they're paying over 9% right now. You can imagine a federally guaranteed bond paying over 9%.
There we go. First one's done.
Nice. I'm not buying bonds, James bonds, gold bond, no bonds.
James Bonds. Cool. So there we go.
I think I got it to work.
Oh no, Lobo's gun's pointing the wrong way. There we go.
When did they kill the 2-line pass rule? How long ago was that?
Shit, dude, probably the 80s.
Was it clear back then?
Yeah.
See, that's the one thing I don't get about hockey is like most of the rules I don't agree with. like I'm just like, why can't he pass it that far? Well, that's passing too far. Passing too far. Shut up. That's
they don't have the passing too far anymore thing with the 2-line rule.
Oh, that's
but why. The offsides makes sense. Can't go offside.
Yeah,
in soccer, it's a lot harder to judge, though.
Yeah, because there's like 1,000 dudes on the field.
We used to,
or 22.
Whenever I could get, whenever I could get the ref's attention, because I used to play sweeper in front of the goalie, I would push all the way up to midfield, trying to catch a fucking forward not paying attention. I'm like, hey, ref, hey, look where he's at. I was like, just slowly. Like I should not have been up that far, but it was an easy call. Easy call. That's a corner kick, baby. Thank you.
All right, there we go.
I'll take that. I think I got it to work. It was trying to render the video as a fucking what's it called? As VR.
There we go. See? Badass little cases to put all the minifigs in.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Did you get that off Etsy or Amazon?
Etsy. No,
I think
these ones I got Amazon. These ones
okay.
I got Amazon.
Yeah, because the one for I looked at the one for the Porsche Technic that was on Etsy.
They wanted like $10 more for these fucking exact same things on Etsy.
Like, they didn't have one on Amazon that would fit the Porsche.
Fuck yeah. And I got a second one of these so I can start putting in a whole bunch of. I'll probably end up swapping them around too because I might have just all Marvel, all DC, all Looney Tunes, and oh, my mic's like way across the room. Hey!
Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Stephanie, what's up?
What up, girl?
Like my new minifigure display case. There, see.
Finally, some diversity on this place.
You know what that you know what you need to do? Get another set of figs and then pour some resin in there. You can make like an epic battle scene. Just pour some resin in the top.
Or just curse them.
Cough if you agree.
Or do that, yeah. Cough if I agree. No, I don't want to resin my fucking minifigures.
I'm saying get another set of them, and then like for the purpose of putting them in resin.
I see. All right. Yeah. No, I'm gonna buy a few more of these too. I think because I quite like them. They're handy dandy, and then I can put I can theme them out. Right. You can have Star Wars in one. I can do Marvel in another one, DC in another one, Looney Tunes in one, and then of course I'm getting all the Muppets now too. So all the Muppets will be in one.
My.
What if you put a picture in the back, like a backdrop?
You could do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I could do that for sure. Just tape it to the outside. I think.
You just make it's just blue to really reflect the movie. Everything is just
green,
blue.
Blue
and green.
But I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a neat little display. All right. Enough. Neil, stop playing with your toys. You're live streaming.
Yeah, Neil
and his dioramas.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Hey man, I used to fuck up a diorama project. I used to be.
I will be putting this together over live stream for my.
Oh yeah, see, I got to get that shuttle. I don't have.
When are we gonna see Star Wars get put together?
Ben, shush.
Never.
It's for my education.
Star Wars.
Is it now? Yeah.
I need to learn the methods of a Lego master. This is important to me.
He puts puts it together step by step, and it just makes like a big sign that says "Gotcha, bitch." It's like, oh, that's not.
Oh yeah,
that's just cruel.
Also got an Eevee that reacts.
Kilroy was here.
Ooh,
so that's pretty fucking cool.
The intro
Eevee, well, Flareon's my buddy on my Pokemon Go, so there you go.
Neil, the intro is done.
You notice how Doc Pearson left and suddenly IQ shows up?
They're the same person. How many Lego guys do I got? It's hard to say, John, because I have like a gazillion fucking unopened boxes of Lego sets. I just got this one today, so I also have now the newest Boba Fett Palace right here. So
nice.
So it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minifigures, so that's not bad. An updated version of Boba Fett finally, where they actually have the print on the arms and the legs as well. So, because earlier versions haven't always had that, and it comes with Bib Fortuna, which is cool as well. So, and one of these dudes, little can't remember what they're called. Oh yeah, that's Gamorrean guards, the pig-looking dudes. Which fucking awesome.
The dudes from fucking Angry Bird.
Yeah, with big ass tusks though. The only thing I'm sad about is they've got. If you look here, you can see the cage to the top of the Kraken's little den below, but he doesn't come with the set, so you don't get a Kraken with it like you do with the old Jabba the Hutt Palace one. That would be a cool ass minifig to have, is the Kraken.
Do you have a minifig of Gonk Droid?
Of who? What?
Gonk Droid.
No. You just made that up.
Do you have
it's a thing. There's actual, but it's in
can.
Lego Star Wars too.
The Gonk Droid is the trash can that walks on the 2 legs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Little bloxy thing.
Yeah.
You can get them. I just don't
literally a trash can.
You need it. It's essential.
They're special. The Gonk Droid ones that you can build that are as big as like the R2D2 one are special edition only, and I think they only made like 5,000 of them, and I already sent them out to like specific people.
If I was a Star Wars character, I would be Gonk Droid.
Yes, Stephanie.
I may be committing sacrilege here, but is there a Spaceballs the movie Lego set?
There is. It's not official Lego though. It's like a knockoff brand, but they have the Winnebago.
Wow!
And somebody designed the little minifigures for that one too. I would love them to do that. I want them to do the Monty Python Holy Grail stuff. Right? Because I want to see the big rabbit, the giant bunny that they build. and I want to see the Black Knight set. That would be cool, where all his arms are falling off and shit like that. Right.
Oh
then
my
we'll
god,
close
I'm
the draw.
dying.
But I also got this.
I
This one here, which is the Infinity Saga, because it had the giant Thanos minifig in it. So that's pretty fucking cool right there.
That's good.
I found a video it's called Star Wars but only Gonk Droid, and I put it in the private chat.
Oh no.
Of course,
It's great.
Be out there somewhere.
I love this.
I will literally buy certain Lego sets just for the minifigure. And I wanted to have Wolverine in the blue costume. I'm getting the one in the brown costume as well. So I had to get the little Wolverine mech thing so I could get the Wolverine minifigure. It was like $15, so who cares?
All right, I'm gonna head out for tonight.
You want to see the intro first?
Wow.
I want to see the intro.
All right, we'll show the intro, then we'll call. I gotta go to bed anyways, because I'm up at 3:30, I think, to get to work by 4.
Here we go. And that was it. No, I'm just kidding.
Tangled in a web, I call it life inside my head, becoming blurred by so much said. I'm in too deep waters I tread, can't catch my breath. A shadow chasing me, a game of hide and seek. Found they'll have a
I love that.
Liking it.
Fuck you.
You just like it because you're in it, Ben.
Yeah, but fun fact, if anyone were to go back and watch my episode of Deconversion
my
Stories, I'm
goodness.
very squeaky.
Oh
Very
my
squeaky.
goodness.
That's true. It's true.
It is. It was weird pulling that clip. I was like, doesn't even sound like Ben. Like I wouldn't even be able to
Yeah.
recognize. Like if I just heard that, I don't know. You can give me 100 guesses. I would have never guessed that was Ben. Never.
Yeah.
What? Ed sure wants to know why I included the lady taking a drink of water. That's that's Telltale Atheist's sister. I don't know, just the clip that ended up being used. It's a little fun stuff. That's all.
Cool.
What are you, anti-water?
Are you hydrophobic?
Yeah, I only drink beer.
Forget what was it? I think it was like Magnificent Seven or some Western movie. Maybe it was even like Casablanca or something like that. Something really, really old. But like everybody on the fucking set got super
really
sick.
old, he says.
It was really old. But somebody the whole set got really sick from fucking drinking the water. And the only people that didn't get sick were like Steve McQueen and one other guy, because all they did was fucking drink hard liquor the entire fucking time. They hadn't had any water for like a week. So
There's water in my booze.
they were the only ones that didn't get sick. It might have been Magnificent Seven, but I don't think was Yul Brynner a big drinker? I can't picture that was him. I have to look it up.
Anyway, have a good day, everyone.
All right.
See you later.
All right, sweet.
Jesus.
Hunter's become my intro critic.
Oh, what is this?
And yeah, Air is right that rabies causes hydrophobia, and I made a video about this on my channel.
It's because you can't swallow, right?
Yeah, because you spasm.
Aaron says,
No.
"You drink water? Fish fucking that stuff." Well, yeah, they do. Yeah, it's okay. Ours goes, I have a filtration system built into my fridge, so.
My wife hit me with the, "Oh, well, I don't want that bottle of water. It's old." I'm like, "How old do you think that water is?"
It's old.
I'm like, all water is essentially
Old
the same.
water.
all water is essentially the same age.
Yes, all
But
water
I think-
that you drink now has been here since water's been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the age isn't the issue; it's the exposure to bacteria and
or other
organisms
and floating cat hair and everything.
Yeah,
else
it's the organisms that are present that make it bad, not the age.
Don't drink heavy water either. That's I know it sounds cool.
I'm trying to put some weight on, man.
The chemicals.
I'm just trying to put a.
When I saw that, I was like, sorry.
I'm just putting a couple pounds on. You know, I figure I'll switch over to heavy water instead of regular old tap water. Help me bulk up. You know.
Oh, Neil, you're gonna cringe at the website I sent you.
Oh, I have no doubt. That's what we're going to be doing Saturday. It's talking about GMOs and how ridiculous people are when it comes to GMOs, and we're going to make fun of the fucking website there too. So
yeah, the website of GMO USA or something, and it's just all propaganda, and it's
with zero
hilariously bad
citations.
Oh, they have citations, but they're bad. They're fucking bad.
Yeah, but they're citations to places that don't have like peer review.
Yeah. I looked at one of the studies they have, and I was like, "There's so many variables here that they did not account for."
Yep. Oh, not surprising at all.
They're like BT corn did this to these rats. Like, but
no.
but what else were they exposed to during this time frame? Like,
this is after we hit them with the gamma rays.
Yeah.
What other things?
Yeah.
And and even if they use let's say they use pesticides on these plants, what concentration did they use? Because we know that pesticides in certain concentrations are not great. So if they chose plants with high levels that were beyond toxic dosages, sure, they could generate some toxicity. But I know, I love these spicy noodles. They're my favorite.
Spicy noodles.
Spicy noodles.
Ben, one of these days you got to go with Aaron and I to that place that I show him and me in the picture all the time.
Yes, I want to.
With the spicy noodles. And then he gets his dialed up to 11. I went with 9 because I'm not insane. But
I like my butthole.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking for a case of gastritis. So I won't be quite as risky.
Oh, it was absolutely insane. And he was sweating and it was like, holy fuck, dude.
I still remember Aaron with that bottle of hot sauce.
Yes.
Given him by Eric Murphy, where he just basically almost did the whole thing as a shot. And then he just I don't think he drank the entire thing, but he drank most of it. And just for the next few minutes of conversation, we'd be talking, and then he's like, don't do that. And then we'd talk about something else, and it's like, yeah, just, don't drink that. And he just kept going back to that fact. Yeah, because he was like, there's no way that this could be 7 million Scoville units because there's no pepper that is that high. And he's right. There's no single pepper that is that high. But capsaicin extract, if you put that in a high enough concentration, you can reach that. And that's what they did.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny.
What in the... Okay. Where is it?
Your mother is attempting to reach you on your cellular device.
Oh, no, they're coming for you.
To reach you on your cellular device.
It's okay.
It's the non-GMO project. They're coming for you, Neil.
My mom.
They made it look like they made it.
It's
They
the
hacked your phone.
non-GMO project.
They hacked your phone to make you think it was your mom.
And every time she calls me on a Tuesday or Thursday when I'm in the middle of a stream, she goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting." I go, "Yeah, you do."
Every Thursday, my mom calls me in the middle of my show, and I'm like, "Mom, we've been over
this." Mom? Yeah.
2 o'clock. It starts at 2 o'clock.
What the hell?
Luckily, I don't have that good of a relationship with my family. So, luckily, as in I'm trans, and they don't like that.
Is this true, Ben? I found this the other day, and I just wanted to get your opinion on it.
That's totally legit. No, but Stephanie, I got it. So I was like, I've gone for a while now without having significant dysphoria. Like since I've started testosterone and since it's been at a level that is working well, like I've had a significant amount of
Doing the
time where
trick.
where I'm like, hey, I could do whatever. Like I'm not dysphoric. Like if I needed to detransition, whatever, that'd be fine. But that's of course with me with a head full of testosterone, which my brain loves. But then somebody that I'm only an acquaintance with, like not even a friend, like just randomly DMs me on Facebook and is like, are you trying to be a guy? And then all of a sudden I remember what dysphoria feels like. Like, oh, right. And I was like in a, and I like, don't freak out by this, but like when such dysphoria hits, there's a reasonable amount of not wanting to be living anymore that I think many trans people get. And you know that it's not going to be there all the time because once I get back to like my groove of being who I am now, I'm fine. But in those few moments, I'm like, I absolutely hate existing in this moment. But I feel like Stephanie's the only person that understands what that feels like.
I'm not the only person that understands. Maybe I'm the only person.
Well, no, but in the
that
room is what I mean. The only person in the room that knows what I mean by that.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird, you know. Most of the time, it happens so much. Rarely over time, it just gets better and better and better, and you get happier and happier and happier and more comfortable with who you are. And there are certain things that used to really bug you about yourself that it doesn't bug you anymore because what the fuck, you're just you. But it is always those weird things when somebody's just, whether intentionally or not, just smacking you in the face with it's like, oh yeah, I guess. It's a strange thing.
Yeah, I responded in the most blunt and reasonable way as possible, which was just, I'm not trying to be a guy, I am one. And that was it.
Yeah, that's good approach.
So here's, I finally found the picture. It's deep in my phone there, but there's Arn eating the dialed up to 11, and this is the place that we want to go to, right?
All right.
And he's like all sweaty,
yeah.
And I'm like, what the
Is that
fuck? Look at this guy.
Is that in Austin or where was that?
No, it's just outside of Dallas.
Okay. Well, we all gotta take some trips and do fun things before I
absolutely
am not available anymore.
Absolutely. I'm going to better. So if you want to go to better, you got to talk about that too, because
because if I can afford it, I have the availability. So it's just, can I make it manageable?
So if you can get a ticket for like half of that price, that'd be more manageable for you.
Yeah, I was even looking like if I needed, because I have options too. I could take a plane to Chicago, and then I was like, I could take a train the rest of the way, and that cuts off like $300 or more of the cost.
Yeah,
so like
$1,000 for me too.
Yeah, and then like I'm trying to see if anyone is going that wants a roommate, because that would cut down on a lot if I can share a room with somebody. But because at Faithless Forum, I shared a room with Jonathan, and that helped significantly.
Sure.
But because I have the availability, and I probably do have a little bit of money, but like my next month after that, the month of July, like I'm doing a non-active duty audition rotation near Tacoma, Washington, and I'm having to not only pay my rent where I live now, but I have to go live out of a hotel for a month and fly there and pay for all those expensive and a rental car and all that. So that's whole month is going to cost me probably $3,000 at minimum to just afford everything, like not counting like food and stuff. So like $3,000 for that month, and then like adding another $1,000 on top of that for a plane ticket plus the hotel for better. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So it's like just like if I can make the cost manageable, I could do it. But just like
Mikey, you're bringing Kristen with you?
I don't know if she's decided if she's going or not. Jesus, I keep lowering my fucking chair on accident. God damn it.
Yeah, it's like, wow, earthquakes in Chicago? What the fuck?
I've been doing that like fucking playing Halo and something like shoots at me and I fucking jerk my leg and then my chair drops and I jerk from that. The fucking controller everywhere. Controllers everywhere.
Suddenly I have a craving for jerk chicken.
I'm just fucking double freak out.
Yeah, and if there are other conferences like for the community in the next year, like 4th year of med school is pretty chill, and I've set out my electives to be as chill as possible. So like I'll be able to go to other things if they happen this upcoming year. So like things will happen. I'll be there. I'll have a beer with you too, Sky.
Nobody drinks Foster's.
I'm drinking a Juice Force IPA.
Foster's. Yeah, fuck. All right. I gotta get up super early, guys. So as I'm open tomorrow, so
I gotta go pack.
Do that shit. Pack for what?
We're going to St. Louis.
Oh yeah, right. Duh.
Yeah, we're gonna be. I gotta find something to do with the dog.
Feed it to a bigger dog?
Ouch.
That's a bad plan. Bad plan.
I mean,
just kidding.
I could take him with us.
Yeah, sure.
Then just drop him off at my aunt's house. He sleeps.
Does he?
Yeah. He's like, can I get out? No. Well, just wake me up when I can get out. Because I don't want to put my head out the window. I don't want to do nothing.
I need to sleep.
Right.
All right. Well, screw it then. And I will put out a thank you tweet, so watch for that as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I was just checking something, the message that my mom left. So, anyways, I'll give her a call back in a few minutes. It's Mom. Anyway, thanks to Mom, I'm actually able to do the big trip to Fort Wayne. Anyway, thanks guys out there in the chat for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure. Sorry, tonight's a little bit of a shorter one, but unfortunately, Steve's computer shit the bed and he couldn't do the after party. So we will hopefully get him in for an after party at some point, and we can hammer him with all kinds of questions there as well.
He's a fucking riot, that guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. Also, my patrons, thank you guys for everything you do for the show. I really appreciate it. Got a brand new patron, actually. I just got the email today. I haven't gone into Patreon to see, but woohoo, that's so awesome.
Go watch Neil on Medical Myths.
That too. And tomorrow I am doing Truth Wanted with X-Action Aaron, who lives close by to me, actually. It's going to be 2 BC Canada atheists taking over the talk Truth Wanted. Yeah.
That's how it starts.
Yeah.
Well, if a whole bunch of British Columbians could liberate Texas, that would be really great.
We're working on it. I like Austin, though. Austin's great. Been there a few times. It's fucking awesome down there. All right. But yeah. So that's it, I guess. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for this, too.
Yeah.
Stephanie and Ben and all the other folks that were in the chat tonight. Ollie and that's too many to mention. I'll do it in the I got them right here. Nadimo, Sweet, Ben, Ollie, Sassy, Madam Who,
Sweet,
Stephanie. All right, that's it. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm going to bed. I got to get up really, really early for work because I'm an idiot, and apparently scientists have to get up really early. So there you go.
Or just stay up, man.
Or just no.
That's always bad plan.
No.
And at the
it'll be fine. Stay up.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Anyways, guys, until next time, like I always say at the end of the after parties, extraordinary claims Or like the late great Carl Sagan once said, my apologies, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Bye.